Igbo youths have informed Bola Tinubu that Southeast governors are misleading both him and the ruling APC. See you, they play, they play. You see, this our governor to Southeast, they deceive on that. They deceive both you and your APC. It is the youths, not elected officials, who will ultimately shape the outcome of the 2027 presidential election in the region. So say this one where our leaders they promise, he said, don't worry, Omahi go tell you today, the East is going to give you all votes. Peter Obi go tell you, the East is giving you, promising you 98%, 99% of votes. Where they go, they give up. Now then go come vote for the youths. Come 2027. We don't want to give us anything. No give us rice. No give us money. Just give us one thing. Only one thing where you could give us. Now we will use vote for you for 2027. And guess what that one thing be? You know President Bola Tinubu is a master strategist when it comes to politics. So perhaps the president they actually wait for time like this when this agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu will grow. Okay, I'm a listening president. I have heard your cry to begin to badmouth Peter Obi. If Peter Obi emerges the presidential candidate of the coalition. They would often say, oh yeah, we don't release you. Your one mission, just be a red or mockery, number two, to Peter Obi. Make sure you finish his image anywhere you go. Igbo youths, under the banner of the All Igbo Youth Forum, have informed Bola Tinubu that Southeast governors are misleading both him and the ruling APC. See you, they play, they play. You see, this our governor to Southeast, they deceive on that. They deceive both you and your APC. Now, according to the group, it is the youths, not elected officials, who will ultimately shape the outcome of the 2027 presidential election in the region. So say this one where our leaders they promise, he said, don't worry, Omahi go tell you today, the East is going to give you all votes. Peter Obi go tell you, the East is giving you, promising you 98%, 99% of votes. Where they go, they give up. Now then go come vote for the youths. Remember what the coalition is saying, that when other politicians in the camp, the youths don't decamp, waiting will happen, or the voters don't decamp. Well, this is exactly what Igbo youths are saying, but wait for the catch. There is a catch to this conversation. Just calm down, wait. Now, this statement came during a press conference held in celebration of the recent legal triumph of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in Kenya's court. I did tell you last week that Kenya's court don't grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, talk, say, see, they're wrong, say, them repatriate them. Say wetin they do na kidnapping. Can't even sama charge on top of Kenya government. Say for pushing him out and kidnapping him, denying him of food, denying him of medication, denying him of everything, and repatriating him, kidnapping him to Nigeria on a go pay a certain amount of money. I think in Naira, that money is worth about 19 million for something Naira, thereabout. Yeah. So they were celebrating that outcome when they had this conversation. So over 300 youths from across Southeast states gathered at Oka Hall in Umuahia, where they addressed the press before embarking on a jubilant street procession while chanting solidarity songs. Now, the group also stated their condition to President Bola Tinubu, or for them to support him in 2027. Now, there is a condition to supporting him in 2027. No, we will tell you the condition. You recall that on June 26th, I told you earlier that the High Court sitting in Milamani, Nairobi, ruled that Kanu's abduction and forced transfer from Kenya to Nigeria in 2021 was illegal. Now, presided over by Honorable Justice E.C. Mwita, the court concluded that the abduction, incommunicado detention, torture, and illegal transfer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021 was unlawful, unconstitutional, and gross violation of his fundamental human rights under Kenyan and international law. So, say that one not supposed to happen. Now, the court found the Kenyan government and its agencies complicit in the incident of kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu and awarded Kanu 10 million Kenyan shillings in compensation. I think that's about 19 million naira, calling the judgment historic and confirmation that Kanu did nothing to deserve unjust incarceration and continuous prosecution. The youths urged President Bola Tinubu to respond positively to repeated calls for Kanu's release. Now, speaking on behalf of the group, Honorable Chinedum Obilo, also known as Fayoshi Ohuhu, presided President General of the All Igbo Youth Forum and former Deputy Chairman of Umuahia North local government area, stated that the support of Igbo youths for Tinubu's re-election would hinge on Kanu's release. So make I tell you the interesting part of this conversation. After you don't caution the president not to be deceived by empty assurances by Igbo political leaders, insisting that the youth only, not the politicians, will determine Tinubu's fate in the region in 2027. Now, Obilo said something. He said, come 2027. We don't want to give us anything. No give us rice. No give us money. Just give us one thing. Only one thing where you could give us. Now we go use vote for you for 2027. And guess what's in that one thing be? Make I continue to read this report. I will let you know. Honorable Obilo remarked that Tinubu's support in the southeast during the election will be determined by young people, contrary to what politicians are saying. He said, "Our governors are deceiving you. Our senators and House of Representative members are also deceiving you. They claim to be in charge, but they are not. We, the youths, are the ones in charge of Igbo land. Come and work with the youths. But if you fail, what happened in the last election, it will happen to you again." Obilo added, Kanu's release is the highest need of Ndi Igbo, stressing that Tinubu would not need to offer incentives to secure votes. Just simply release Kanu. He said, we want President Tinubu to release Kanu. If you do it, then you're good. You do not need to give us rice or money to vote for you in 2027. If you do it, then we're for you. But if you don't, we all negotiate with anyone willing to release him for us, irrespective of his tribe. Even if the House man go release her for us, we'll negotiate with that person. Now, President Tinubu, Mr. President, please listen to Igbo youth, our leaders, including the late President General of Ohanes and Igbo, Chief Iwanya, Chief Mbazurike Amechi, and others say, please release Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the catch to this conversation is that people are saying that, President Bola Tinubu is a master strategist when it comes to politics. So perhaps the president, they actually wait for time like this, when this agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu will grow. Then they will come hear the cry of the people. This is according to them. See, I'm not saying it. That it just maybe one using Nnamdi Kanu as a bait to say, okay, I'm a listening president. I have heard your cry. I have released Nnamdi Kanu to you, so that Igbo people will now vote for him overwhelmingly in 2027. Yeah. Then another interpretation, another thing where other quarters they talk concerning this conversation, you can look and say, it may not just be that they will release. If he releases Nnamdi Kanu, they will vote for him. It may also be that if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, he may tax Nnamdi Kanu to begin to badmouth Peter Obi. If Peter Obi, emerges the presidential candidate of the coalition, they could just come and say, oh yeah, we don't release you. Your one mission, just be a reign of mockery, number 2, to Peter Obi. Make sure you finish the image anywhere you go. Maybe that is what they may likely do. This is not just we'll just be thinking, just be talking, everybody talk, say maybe that's what will happen. To tax Kano to make sure that he rubbishes Obi, the market Obi, to make sure, say, during that election. And knowing say Kano gets a lot of people will be say they support him well. They may likely listen to him and then begin to see reasons for them not to support Peter Obi. That may be it. So Kanu, if he eventually is released, by President Bola Tinubu in 2027, may just be used to make sure say they truncate Peter Obi presidency, to deal with Peter Obi, to make sure say that now waiting some people then they talk this. Some political statement or some political, where people they make. So what do you think about this? I really would love to take your thought and reaction. What do you think about this?